Richard. Welcome to Fantasia Ceiling Fans. This is the ceiling fan surgery. Before we start, it's important to consider safety when working with any electrical product. Make sure power is isolated before you start. Switching it off at the wall may not be enough. Make sure it's isolated at the consumer unit. Do this at least 2 hours before you start work. The fan has capacitors inside it which can remain charged for 1 to 2 hours after power is isolated. They can generate electric shocks, so that's the reason for leaving it a long period of time. And also light fittings can get very hot, so let them cool down for a couple of hours at least before you start work. If you're in any doubt or have any concerns at all, then don't touch the ceiling fan and get a qualified electrician in to do the job for you. In this video, we're going to look at how we fit a light fitting on a Fantasia Mayfair ceiling fan. Some people have found this a little bit tricky in the past, so today I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. Here we have two items. We have the Fantasia Mayfair motor system. The more eagle-eyed of you will notice it is upside down. That won't be the case when you're fitting this light fitting. You may be doing it on the ceiling, or you may actually do it on the ground, but for filming purposes I'm doing it this way. Much simpler. This is the light fitting that we are going to be putting on this motor. It's called the Fantasia Amorie in white. So I'll show you what's in the box and then we'll get started putting it together. We have the main light cluster. We have 3 glass shades, all nicely wrapped up. Okay, so that is the light fitting, and that is going to be a very useful tool when we put the shades onto it. So, the question everybody asks, the question on everybody's lips, how on earth does this fit on here? So the first thing we do is remove the base plate from the fan using simply a Phillips screwdriver. We remove the base plate and we can see a mass of wires. The 2 wires we are interested in are the orange and the blue, labelled as such with the connectors on them. We remove the central stud from the base plate. Okay, so we've removed the base plate from the ceiling fan and we've taken the stud out of the hole in the middle. We now bring our light fitting in and remove the nut from the thread on the top of it. Thread it over the wires and remove it, and then we do the same with this spring washer as well, which is on there. Then, very simply, this plate threads onto this thread here. So wires go through. And screw the plate down all the way onto the top of the light fitting. Just hand tight. Then we reverse the procedure. We take the spring washer, put that back on. And the nut goes back on as well. Sometimes it's easier to put the orange wire in first, it has a larger connector on it. And that then screws down onto the spring washer. And you'll need to take a pair of pliers. It's a little bit awkward because you're at an angle, and just tighten that up till it's putting the spring washer under a bit of spring. Okay, so we have our light fitting with the base plate on top. I'm now going to bring back the ceiling fan motor and we'll fit the whole lot to the motor. Okay, so we've got the fan motor back. This is our switch housing, and the light fitting with the plate on it, which we have just attached. Right, the two wires from earlier, the blue and orange, they match the blue and orange from the light fitting, and all we're going to do is connect those. Literally push together connectors. And then we are going to neaten up the wires a little bit so that we can rest this on top. You'll notice there's a notch cut out here that goes around this reverse switch, okay? So that has to be in that orientation. Bit of a squeeze, but that sits on there quite nicely. Then all we do is bring our screws back and tighten them up. Next step is to fit the shades onto the fan, and that's where our ring fitting tube comes in. We take the shade ring, fit it to the tube, fit the shade over the thread, and then use the shape tool to screw the ring all the way up, hand tight, and just wiggle it free. We do that 3 times and we have our light fitting finished. The bulbs can just then be inserted and it is ready to go. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Comment below, let us know what you'd like to see in future videos. Subscribe to our channel, and for more information go to our website fantasiaceilingfans.com. See you next time. Thanks for watching, hope you've enjoyed it. Subscribe for more ceiling fan surgery videos. Stay cool. Comment below, let us know what you want to know about ceiling fans. And remember, a fan is for life, not just for Christmas. See you next time.
See you next time, good. Yeah? Happy with that? Okay, we're happy.
So we've got a base plate with a hole in it. We then transfer this base plate onto the light fitting. First we need to remove this nut. And also one of the spring washer that sits there on top.